Welcome to my YouTube channel. This video is about creating a study area map using QGIS. If you go through research papers on regional studies, one of the important figure is the study area map. And the figures are so elegant, beautiful, and with greater resolution. One of the GIS platform that enables to create such maps is the QGIS. QGIS is the short form for Quantum GIS. It is a free software you can download and easily install on your desktop. And here I am going to use the QGIS version of 3.34. So I have opened the QGIS and let us create a new project using this new project option. So the blank project has been created. And my regional study is over some locations of Kerala state. So to create the study area map, I need the shapefile of India to show the location of Kerala state as well as the shapefile of Kerala state. And in QGIS, you can import these shapefiles using two options. Either you can use the browser option, that is dragging and dropping to your project, or you can use the layer option. I'll show you using both. So firstly, I am using the browser option. Select the location in which your map is located. So this is my shapefile. I'm going to drag it and drop it over the project. First shapefile have been imported. And my second shapefile of Kerala is this one. I'll show you using the layer option. Click on the layer. Now add layer and add vector layer. Now from here, select your location and the shapefile. And you need to select the file having .shp extension. So select it and open, add and then close. So both the shapefiles have been imported. Now I am going to configure the properties of the shapefile by keeping the color to be transparent fill. So the color has been removed. To show you once again, click on the layer, right click, properties, and in the symbology it is by default the single symbol, and in the simple fill option, in the fill color, I'm going to use the transparent fill option. Apply and then OK. So these are the shapefiles Kerala and India. And my regional study is over some locations over Kerala state, and I have the locations in the Excel sheet having the latitude and longitude. So these are the latitude and these are the longitude. Now we can plot this into our map using QGIS, but you need to save this as CSV format. So going to save as option and save as type. I'm going to choose the CSV option, comma delimited. Now save and the file has been saved. Now to import the CSV file into the QGIS, we are going to use the same layer option, add layer, but we are going to use the add delimited text layer option. And in the file name, select your file. So this is the location CSV file. Open and just check whether the file format is CSV itself. And in the geometry definition, the point coordinates are selected and the X field should be the longitude and Y field should be the latitude. Now click on add and then close. So the locations have been plotted. Now you can configure this properties also. Now I am going to use black color and keeping the sizes, okay, the locations. And I always suggest to keep a base map for your area of interest than keeping it blank. The readers can get an idea of the physical properties of your study area like the elevation or any other properties such as vegetation, rainfall, or whatever it is relevant to your research. And the study area map will have more impact with the base map. And here I am going to use the base map as the digital elevation model. Choose the elevation and we can configure the properties to make it so colorful. And in the render type, I am going to use single band pseudo color option. And let us keep the mode to be quantile and apply and okay. So this is my beautiful study area. And let us superimpose the locations over this digital elevation model layer. So just drag it and place it here. See, this is my study area. Now save the project, go to project option and save. So I'm going to save this here and let us name as study area map. Great. Okay, save. Now, to create the study area map, we need the layout. So let us create the layout using the project option and the layout manager. Now from here, we are going to create an empty layout. Now you can give a name, study area map. For now, okay. So this is our layout. And we can add the map using this option, that is the add map option. Now, whatever is visible on your project, all the layers will be taken to your layout. So here I have the shapefile of Kerala, India, my digital elevation model, then locations or so just add the map. See all the layers. But for now, we just need the shapefile of India only. So I am going to untick all other layers and keeping the shapefile of India. And let us refresh. So this is just a shapefile of India. Now in the scale options, you can play along with this scale so as to fit your required size and grid. And let us keep okay, just 6, 7. Okay. And you can also play with your extents to fit your map. I'm going to use the extend of around the 67. Okay. Y minimum to be some 5. X maximum to be some 98. And so here I just need 48. Okay. So this is our map of India. Now you need to create the grid. So select the grid option and click this plus sign to add a grid. So a grid has been created. Now you are going to modify this grid. So select the grid option and modify the grid. Now there are different grid types such as solid, cross, markers, frame and annotations only. So these are the 4 types. Now I am going to use the frame and annotations only. Can use the one according to your choice. And I'm going to keep the interval as 10. Okay, so this will change according to your map units. Now we are going to add the frame. So there are different frame styles. I am using this zebra nautical one. And I'm going to reduce the size of this frame. Just one. Okay. Now the next thing you need is the coordinates. Draw coordinates and there are different formats for the coordinates. So this is just the decimal. So we can see decimal with suffix. Then there is decimal and just minute. decimal minute with suffix is there, then decimal minute second with suffix is there, and so on. So I am going to use just decimal with the suffix, and I don't want this decimal numbers. I'm going to use the precision to be 0. And you can increase or decrease the size of the font and to keep it 10. Okay, fine. And you can keep this order, that is ascending or vertical or horizontal. So I'm going to use the vertical ascending, right? Vertical ascending. Yes. This is the complete shapefile of India. Now we need to add the shapefile of Kerala. Now before adding the shapefile of Kerala, you need to lock the layers. That is, here there is an option, lock the layers. I will show you what happens if you did not lock your layers. Now I am going to my project, and here I am going to untick the shapefile of India, and I am going to choose shapefile of Kerala, digital elevation model, and the locations. Now let us add the map. Now if I refresh here, you see this map will also change. So you should always keep lock layer option. So this is the shapefile of India. Now going back to my layout. So this is the complete India map. I am going to lock the layer and lock the layer for styles also. Now going back to our project. Now we need Kerala, the base map and the locations. Let us refresh. Now this is our Kerala. Now in this also you can play along with your scales. 2, 3, 1. First, okay, let us extend it. Yeah. And here also you can use different extents. I am going to use the extent of 74.5, then some 8, then 77.5, then 8.9. Okay, we got 8.2. Okay, so this extents will also vary according to your map units. So now you need the grid. Let us add the grid, select the grid and modify the grid. Now I am going to use the grid type as frames and annotation and making the interval to be 1. Now let us add the frame, and I am going to reduce the size of the frame and draw coordinates, decimal with suffix, and I am going to use the vertical ascending for the left and vertical ascending for the right, and precision to be 0. Okay, and let me increase the size. Okay, yes. Now the remaining things we need to add to this map is the legend, the scale bar and the note arrow. Now before adding this, let me modify this figure by adding a shape, rectangle. So I am going to add a rectangle here. Now in the style, let us configure the style as transparent fill and the stroke color to be red. So I am doing this to highlight the location of Kerala state in the map of India, and you can also use arrows to just drag it, left click and then right click. I'll show you once again. Select, drag, left click and right. Now you can change the size of the arrowhead. I'm going to reduce the size to, and I'm going to use the color red. So red, and we can change the line color also. It's red. Now in this arrow, we are going to do the same, reducing the size of the arrowhead, keeping the arrow color to be red and the arrow line color also to be red. Okay. Now let us add the legend to our app. So legend will be automatically updated. So if you want to delete any of the layers, you need to untick this auto update option. Then select the layers and this delete option. And I don't want this layer also. Now this is my required layer. Can change the name also. I'm going to change it as some elevation. Okay, and it doesn't need this. And here I have band 1 grade on one this. So even if I delete it, it will still appear. So I suggest you to use a space bar. Now it will be deleted. Okay. Now you can place your legend to the right position, and there are various options. You can use the spacing option to reduce the spacings. Then there is the symbol option to reduce the width or length of this bar. So you can use, say, decreasing, and here also you can play along according to your map requirements. Now the second thing we need is the scale bar. I'm going to add the scale bar to the Kerala map, and the scale bar I'm going to use the style as line ticks up. There are different styles. It is single box, then there is double box, line ticks middle, line ticks down, see, and line ticks up, and so on. I'm going to use the line ticks up option. Okay. Now the third thing you need is the north arrow. So select this option. Now drag it here. Now there are different arrow options. You can use the one you need, and I'm going to use this one. You can reduce the size. You can also keep it to the India map. Just reduce the size and fit it along. And another thing you can do is you add the text box. I'm going to add the text box and say this is my Kerala map. See, and you can also add the text box here to say this is the map of India. Okay. Now, since there are two maps, you can add subfigures like A and B. A. Now you can add B also here. Mm. Okay, so our figure is complete. Now let us save this. And to export this, you need to select the layout option, export as image. Now you can select the location where you need to save, and I am going to keep the JPG format itself, and let us export it with the higher resolution of some 600 dpi, and you can tick this crop to content option. So this will remove the extra white spaces in your layout. Now let us save it. Yes, the image has been saved. Let us verify the resolution. Yes, it is 600 dpi, and our map is, see, high resolution, beautiful study area map. Okay, so always keep high resolution study area maps in your research paper, and also it's better recommended to use a base map in your areas of interest. So this is it. Thank you for watching and happy research.